friends! As you know, my name is Miss Kylie and I've been coming to your classroom for a while now. I want to let you in on a secret. I'm making a fantastic science video for you. This video is about a very fascinating insect. Can you guess what it might be? It's the fly! The fly? Why is the fly interesting? Well, I decided that the fly was interesting one day when I was lying in my bed. And I opened my eyes, and I looked up at the ceiling, and what did I see? A fly, of course. This fly was walking upside down on the ceiling. Can you believe it? I started to wonder how this was possible. Well, I have the answer for you. Science! Flies are just using science in amazing ways when they are walking on the ceiling. To understand how flies walk upside down on the ceiling, we need to understand a few things first. The very first thing we need to understand is that when we drop something, it falls to the ground. A very famous mathematician named Sir Isaac Newton said that gravity exerts force on things and pulls them down to earth. Basically, what this means is that when things don't have something to hold on to in order to keep them in place, they will fall to the ground. Flies need to fight against this force that is trying to make them fall to keep themselves on the ceiling. Flies have to fight against gravity. Second, you need to look at your feet. Do your feet look like the fly's feet? The answer to that is no. Flies' feet look very different from yours and mine. These strange-looking feet help flies to fight against gravity and hold tight to the ceiling. Flies have a claw-like pincher on their feet, along with soft pads. On these soft pads, flies have hundreds of teeny tiny little sticky hairs. These hairs are so small that you need a microscope to be able to see them. All of these things on the fly's feet work together to help the fly fight gravity so it doesn't fall or go kersplat on the floor. Quick, turn to a friend and predict how you think the fly uses these things to walk on ceilings. Well, let me tell you how it works. When a fly lands on the ceiling, the microscopic hairs, this means very, very, very small hairs on the pads of the fly's feet, make a sticky liquid. This acts like a glue. This glue keeps the fly from falling off the ceiling. But once the fly's foot is glued to the ceiling, it is very hard for the fly to move. Can you try to imagine moving with your feet glued to the floor? This is where that claw becomes important. The fly uses this claw to pry its foot off the ceiling. Flies can use this claw to help them push, pull, or twist their feet off the ceiling. It takes a lot of energy for the fly to walk like this. Flies can't turn off this sticky glue, so their feet stick to everything, even when they aren't walking on the ceiling. Because flies don't want to waste their energy, they walk differently on the ground. Can you guess how they walk differently? As you know, flies have 6 legs, like all insects. When they walk on the ceiling or walls, 4 of their 6 legs are on the ceiling and the other 2 are taking steps. But when they are on the ground, only 3 of their legs are touching the ground and the other 3 are held up in the air off the ground until the fly is ready to take another step. This saves the fly a lot of energy. Flies also walk diagonally, or at a slant, when they are walking down walls. This helps the fly resist or counteract gravity as they walk on the walls. Like a truck that drives down a mountain, it doesn't go straight down because it would lose control. Instead, trucks, just like flies, go down at an angle to save energy. This is why curvy mountain roads sometimes look like screws, and the way flies walk is zigzaggy or slanted. It helps the fly and the cars fight gravity and keeps them safe as they travel down the steep slope. But how do flies get to the ceiling? Do they always start from the ground and walk all the way up? Of course not. That would waste too much energy. Flies are like acrobats. So when they are flying along and decide to land on the ceiling, they put their front legs above their head and use the glue that makes them stick. Then, because they're moving, their momentum carries them up to the ceiling where they stay. Why do flies want to be on the ceiling? Can you make a prediction why flies want to walk on ceilings? There could be several reasons, but we know for sure that one reason is safety. The things that hunt flies don't always look up when they are hunting, so flies can be safer up high. Another reason is because flies like to sleep up where it is safe. Ceilings are high up and far away from things that like to sneak up on flies while they are sleeping. So, flies will snooze here to keep them safe from danger. Now you know all about how amazing flies are. I hope you've learned something. Thanks for watching!